One shudders to think what an optional super boss would be like in Nier Automata. One of my favorite games ever, it's no stranger to the obtuse and emotional, often employing both at the same time. One of my favorite characters in the whole series, and in general, is Emil, the living weapon who has, let's say, experienced a lot. After his struggling childhood and the events of the first Nier, Emil is well over 11,000 years old. In order to aid Earth in a fight against alien forces from Automata's backstory, Emil used his incredible power to clone himself into an army to combat the invaders. This has led to his memories being fragmented across his clones, and when you come across the most sane version of Emil in Automata, his recollection is cloudy. He's just a head attached to a roaming cart at this point, and over the course of the game you learn about what Emil's been up to. This is mainly done through an amazing questline, where you bring Emil numerous lunar tears, which in turn start to jog his memory. Eventually he is able to lead you to an old shack surrounded by lunar tears, which for any Nier fan is definitely an impactful sight. Even Emil doesn't know where the true, quote, original Emil lies, but he remembers enough to know what was important to him. It's great, and makes this entry's boss all the better. This boss can only be accessed once you get every weapon and level each up to their max. No small feat by any means. Once you do so, and go talk to Emil, he will act strange, and head towards the desert. If you follow him there, he's lying collapsed, surrounded by gigantic versions of Emil heads before Emil gives a warning. They're still alive. Suddenly, a gigantic, conjoined abomination of Emil heads comes to life, and the boss fight between you and level 99 Emil clones begins. It's a tough fight, and puts all of your skills in Automata to the test. Emil goes back and forth between his conjoined form and a form where each separately attacks you. All the while you hear the inner turmoil of these clones, their anger, sadness, and insanity of their eternal life flooding out all at once, the struggle of this poor child conveyed in the raw power of this fight. All the while giving emotional references to Emil's past, certain instances only fans of the original Nier will truly understand. And the Emil in the cart, trying to set them straight, describing the friends he's made and the world he loved. And then once he's down, a choice must be made. In one desperate move, the clones will self-destruct. If you allow this to happen, you get Automata's ending Y, where self-destruction obliterates the surface of the Earth, killing everything. Or, you destroy all of Emil before that happens, saving the world. As Emil is on his last breaths, glad he got to say goodbye to 2B and 9S, or A2 if you're controlling her, and glad he'll finally get to see Nier and Kaine. Yeah, so this is an emotional roller coaster, and for a fan of Nier like me, it's got quite a few gut punches, but that's kind of why I play Nier, for these immense and intense payoffs. It just so happens that this iteration of one of those payoffs also has an incredible boss battle to go alongside it.